Peace. This is Supreme Talks, and today I want to talk about supremacy. I want to talk about resilience. And last night, that's what we witnessed. The New York Knicks. This has nothing to do with martial arts today, but it intertwines, because we witnessed the New York Knicks last night, win Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Those who watch sports, and how they did it, they were down 29 points, and this is a historical comeback. It's never been done in NBA Finals history. It's never been done in the NBA postseason playoffs or nothing. So I just want to touch on it a little bit because, those who watch sports or keep up with basketball, all year the New York Knicks, they have been doing I want to say coming down from 29 points. Maybe they have. I haven't seen all of their games, but I have witnessed throughout the year they have made comebacks. And even in this playoffs and the NBA Finals, they were down fourth quarter, third quarter, second half or whatever, and they come back and they win the game in a spectacular fashion like last night. And I just want to touch on that because it intertwines with martial arts and any other aspect of your life. When people are counting you out, or you have to adapt to certain situations where you're like the underdog, or it doesn't look like you're gonna be the victor in whatever situation. If you have it in your heart, you have it in your mind, whether you're working with a team or you're doing it individually by yourself, if you have the desire to win, if you have the desire to be the best, that is the drive. That is, when I was coming up, I played on a little league football team, and one of our coaches, he used to always tell us that we had a little motto that we said: desire, dedication, determination, and most of all, discipline. The 4 D's. Pause. But yeah, it was that's what I seen last night, and it was beautiful because going into this NBA Finals, everybody had the Spurs winning, on paper. And if you look at how the games are going, these 4 games, the Spurs, they come out and they're like pretty much in the game, or they're winning the game. And the New York Knicks, they always come back, except for Game 3. But still, even within that game, it was like a back and forth scenario going on. However, the Knicks, the way they play as a team, as a whole, being down 29 points, that's never been done in NBA Finals history, NBA postseason history. That's the first time a team has been down by that many points and come back and win the game. And, I just want to let people know that, going back to my previous videos that I've made dealing with frustration, a lot of teams, a lot of people may fold under the pressure, and when they're in a situation where they're down, they're being counted out. And if you look at the New York Knicks history, they haven't won an NBA title since the early 70s. I want to say 1971, 1972. I'm not sure, but it's been over 50 years that they've won an NBA title, and they've had a history throughout the 90s when they had good teams. The early 2000s, they've had these teams where they have a good season and then they fold somewhere down the line. It's always something, an injury or just bad coaching or just the team not in sync. So from that, a lot of people during this season, that's what they expected from the New York Knicks. They expected them to continue that same pattern. And last night, they showed that, this is a new era. We in a new day, to where all of that stuff in the past that has happened, that people look at them like, yeah, this is when they going, this is the time where they fold. They didn't. They played team basketball. They still believed in their heart that they were going to come back and win, because they've been doing it all season. And that's exactly what happened. They came back and won. The resilience, the determination to say, this is not over. It's not over until the clock says 0. When it says 0, then it's over. They played to the very last second. And that's the way you have to carry your life every single day. It's hard because sometimes when you set goals for yourself, personal goals, you have things that interfere with you that get you off track. But if you maintain and stick to the goal, no matter what it is that's trying to obstruct you, you can accomplish your goal. You learn to adapt to certain situations because you have a specific goal, and nobody else, they don't see your vision. They don't know your vision. So they, in the New York Knicks, the mindset that I see that they have, they're going to win this NBA Finals. Game 3, they lost, and then they came out in Game 4 and was getting blown out. So it looked like that the tables was about to turn to the San Antonio Spurs side, and we was going to see the same history, the New York Knicks almost getting there, and then, you know, folding. Something happened within the team, within the structure, to where they couldn't accomplish the goal. But last night they showed the resilience that if you keep pushing, you keep trying, you don't give up, the frustration, that's just a distraction. And it's going to happen because nothing is going to be easy. It has to be a test. If you want something, you have to be tested. And that's with anything in life. If you want something bad enough, you have to be tested to see, are you capable to hold what it is that you're trying to get. You have to earn it. And this is what we're witnessing in today's time. So this is perfect for Supreme Talks, because this is what I made a video a few days ago about the frustration what people have that's new in martial arts, beginners. And it's just not beginners, it's people that's veterans, people that's experts. They have frustrations because they have things that they want to do, and it's always going to be something to test, to see where it is that you stand. How strong is your foundation? So last night we witnessed it. It was beautiful. It was something historical. If you missed it, you know, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. You can watch the highlights. But yeah, that's something that I just wanted to touch on today, because a lot of people, you know, you hear people talk about things like resilience, adapting to certain situations, never giving up. You hear these things, they become cliche, but we see these things all the time throughout our lives. Peace.